Good afternoon or good evening, BCHS students. My name is Mr. Jacob Montesino. Call me Professor Montesino, Professor Monty, or Mr. Montesino is also appropriate as well. I'm going to be your instructor for this BC course for the semester, and I'm excited to get this opportunity to teach you all to kind of keep that connection to BCHS that I used to have. So we're going to kind of go through some stuff. I won't spend too much about myself just because I know that there's a lot to cover and I'm sure that you have a lot of pressing issues to go through. But for those who don't know who I am, I used to teach at BCHS for about 7 years. And then I decided that I needed to move down to Mission Vista High School. And that's where I'm currently teaching at. But then, of course, I also work as an adjunct professor at Breaksville College. And so it's kind of a nice way for me to stay in touch. So thankfully, I get to know most of you because I've seen just you around the campus. So that's going to be kind of exciting to have. A little bit about my background, if you care. I am a graduate of CSU Bakersfield. I graduated in 2013 with a degree in English literature with a minor in religious studies. And then I also went to Middlebury College, the Bread Loaf School of English, and I got my master's degree in English literature there in 2019, focusing in on trauma studies as well as Holocaust studies. So that's just a little bit about who I am. Just some general things about what I do. I'm a swim coach, and I've been swimming for years, and I've taught and I coached at Bakersfield Christian High School for many years. I'm coaching down here as well. I've got a cute little dog. Her name's Gracie Girl. I've got a wonderful family who I love getting to spend time with. So there's a little bit about who I am, what I do, and I'm thankful to get to work with you. If you have any questions, certainly make sure you reach out to me. I would love to get to know you more. Hopefully we have those opportunities throughout the semester. I'm going to just jump right into things. So I'm going to kind of share our screen. We're going to go over the syllabus first. Then we're going to kind of dive into some extra nuances. So I won't spend too much time on this because you are very capable of reading the syllabus, but let me kind of get some information. The first thing is on the syllabus, you are going to want to use your email, or you're going to want to use Canvas in order to communicate with me. So my email here is jacob.montesino@bakersfieldcollege.edu. If you have any concerns, any questions, need any updates, or any of those kinds of things, that's the place you want to go. You can also message me on Canvas, and I usually get an email for that, and I can respond to you via Canvas as well. This is an online course. It's asynchronous, which means that you will do your work at your own pace. I'm going to present information 1 week at a time, and you can work through that information. My office hours are going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays, 4 to 5:30 via Zoom and by appointment. What that basically means is feel free to reach out to me on Zoom. Let me know you're going to be here, and I can make sure that I'm available to you. And if those times don't work, then you can also reach out to me outside of those hours. We can schedule things out. But I want to make sure that I'm available to chit chat with you, to answer any questions you may have, to work on understanding your assignments, to work on understanding your grades on assignments, to work on improvement of your grade, things of that nature. So that's going to be the basic information. I'm going to just kind of get through things, and so we'll kind of start that. So this course is going to be expository composition, which is a bit of a misnomer of the title of the class. What we're essentially going to be working on is writing. It's a writing class and a research class. So I just always like to start off with these beautiful words because I think they're a great way to help frame our course. So we have here, words can be like x-rays. If you use them properly, they'll go through anything. You read and you're pierced. And that's by Aldous Huxley. Margaret Atwood once said, a word after a word after a word is power. And Albert Camus once said, the purpose of a writer is to keep civilization from destroying itself. And finally, one of my more beautiful quotes that I've seen that I just find is perfectly captures the wonder of words. A book is made from a tree. It is an assemblage of flat, flexible parts, still called leaves, imprinted with dark pigmented squiggles. One glance at it and you hear the voice of another person, perhaps someone dead for thousands of years. Across the millennia, the author is speaking clearly and silently inside of your head, directly to you. Writing is perhaps the greatest of human inventions, binding together people, citizens of distant epochs who never knew one another. Books break the shackles of time. Proof that humans can work magic, by Carl Sagan. I like to start our course off with these words because they frame what we're doing here. You are not only doing a writing research course, you are engaging with the power and beauty of words and understanding the magic that words can bring to inflict tremendous harm and to inspire tremendous beauty and everything in between. It is one of the most beautiful things that humans have created is the written word. This course is going to be a writing and research course that primarily focuses on expository and argumentative texts. You'll be reading a series of literature, all nonfiction, and you will be incorporating collegiate style research. So this is going to be elevated expectations of research. There is a minimum of 6,000 words of formal writing, which translates to about 25 pages. I'll let you read the student learning outcomes, but essentially it's going to suggest that you are able to not only write and read complex literature, but also write complex argumentation. Your textbook is a required textbook. It's The Writer's Mindset by Lisa Hoffner. It is a book that you can purchase or rent using this link. So there's a link here you can get onto it. That'll get you to it. I recommend that you purchase either a rental copy or a loose leaf copy. And you can rent it. You can rent the digital copy or purchase the loose leaf. Either of those are appropriate, and I think those are going to be the best strategies for you. There is support for students with disabilities. Please let me know if that applies to you. In accordance to BC policy, any student who is absent for the equivalent of 2 weeks may be dropped. Please be making sure there's an effort. Since it is an asynchronous course, that simply means that if you are not participating for a solid 2 weeks, you may be expected to be dropped from the course. So there's an expectation that you are participating, getting work taken care of, and simply that you're communicating. This information about the absences when they do occur is, since it's an asynchronous course, it's not going to apply too much, but definitely make sure that you are reaching out to your people. We will use Canvas for lectures, activities, and assignments. You should check it daily for material and assignments. Every Monday morning, there will be a posting of the new material for the entire week, and that will get you taken care of things. Make sure that you reach out to me outside of class if you have any struggles. My job is to help you. It is critical that you stay motivated to complete all your work in a timely manner. I suggest that you do not try to complete all your work in one sitting. A week's worth of material in one weekend is not very fun. Try to break it up. You have the class time in school, please make sure you're using it. This is a collegiate level course, and so there are high expectations, but I'm not human. The world tends to throw amazing things at us, and there are times when life has a tendency to throw a wrench on our plans. If you ever have an issue, please reach out to me the due date before the due date, and we can come to arrangement. It's not appropriate to reach out to me after the due date. In terms of our assignments, you're going to have an argumentative essay that comprises 30%. It is an 8 to 10 page paper, and that will be making a policy argument or a societal issue, and you're going to effectively demonstrate counter argument and research methodologies. This obviously means that you have to do this paper in order to pass the class. The next assignment you'll do is an informative essay. This will be about a 5 to 7 page paper, and it's about 25%. You're going to make the audience aware of an issue that maybe they don't know about. In both of these scenarios, you will get to choose your topic. I will not be assigning a topic for you. Your third essay is a multimedia writing project. It's a writing project that incorporates either evaluation, a reflective narrative, a product analysis, or a blog post, or some other writing project based on my approval. It is a 750 to 1,000 word writing project, and that will be based upon our readings. That will be 10% of the course. You'll notice if you were to take these two things together, you're looking at 65% of your grade is composed of the essays. So obviously you have to do this to pass the class. Missing any of these things can be incredibly detrimental. There will be 5 reading responses that are about 2 pages, where you demonstrate critical engagement with our readings. They sometimes are rhetorical analysis, a reflection paper, imitation papers, or chapter exercises. On average, it's 1 every other week. And then there will also be portfolios, 3 portfolios for each of the 3 major essays. These portfolios will incorporate a reflection of your writing process, a workshop draft and feedback, a consultation form of the Writing Center, which I'll explain a little bit more later, and and peer review as well. And finally, there will be informal responses that are worth 10%. I believe there's a total of 5 of these throughout the year, throughout the semester. Here's your breakdown of the grade. You can see that writing exercises are accompanying 10%, portfolios 15%, reading responses 10%, multi-reader project 10%, informative essay 25%, and argumentative essay 30%. And of course, that means your score is 1,000 points for the semester. In terms of late work, you cannot expect to pass the course if you do not complete the argument or the informative essay. Either those two are not completed, you will not pass the course. Portfolios are accepted no more than 2 days late. However, essays will not be accepted late, so that has to be done on time, or else they will not be graded, and you will receive a failing score. Reading responses can be turned in up to 1 week late, but they will incur a 25% deduction. The exception to any of these scenarios is a documented illness or an emergency that must be promptly communicated to me the day you return to class with evidence from an outside authority, such as a physician, hospital, emergency care provider, law enforcement. I should add, this is a college course, so your parents cannot excuse you from any of these things. You have to use one of these authoritative sources. Because everything is submitted digitally, all late work would incorporate weekends as well. Plagiarism, don't do it. You can read details here. It's a serious academic offense. It is a straightforward way for you to fail the course. What follows is the semester breakdown. I'm not going to go through this in detail. You're welcome to read it. You can see how things are going to kind of progress throughout. Your first reading response, however, will be due on Monday. So you got 5 days to write that down. Sorry, 6 days. And then you're going to have your exercises due and moving on from there. Your first essay will be due Monday, October 11th. This can change, but I do not expect it to change. So we can be in conversation. Please reach out to me via email if you have any questions on the material for the course. What I'm going to go into now is just briefly to show you how to navigate the library system as well as the Writing Center. These are 2 resources that will become invaluable for you during the time of our course. So when you go to the Bakersfield College website, you're going to want to go to Student Services. You'll find down here, the library will take you to the library, and down here, our Writing Center will take you to the Writing Center. Underneath the library, what we're going to use this for research. There's a plethora of ways to do it, and I know that your assistant, the co-teacher in this course, they will be helping you in this process. But one standard way to do this is to use OneSearch. You will need your BC credentials in order to get inside. But this is so you can do a search for anything. So if I wanted to search information on homelessness, then I can type in homelessness, and it's going to give me everything on that subject. I'm going to recommend that you look over how to think about homelessness a little differently. If you're going to start a conversation, you don't want to start here with doing your research. You're going to want to start with an informal set of research to find information. And I'll go more about that in one of our lectures. But once you have an understanding of homelessness, then you can start going into this. And so this is going to be a way for you to find books, articles, and other high valuable resources. They will all be beneficial to me. You can use the subject here to help break down what you're kind of looking for. And that can help you as well if you're not sure about what you're going to go for. If you do know more about what you want, so I could look at homelessness and, and let's see, we can do mental health. Then we can limit that down. And that's going to help give me a limited system. Make sure you do sign in to help you get your information. So this is going to be a way to help you kind of break down your information. Of course, again, select it if I want to be peer reviewed. Peer reviewed simply means that it is a highly recommended source, and it's one of the best kinds of sources that you can use. And if I'm going to make it online access, so I can access that. So these are some ways to kind of play with it. So see, now I can have an article on childhood homelessness, resilience, and adolescent mental health, homelessness youth and mental health service utilization, mental health social workers view on homelessness in mental health. These are all articles I could use to find my information on the subject. Your co-teacher at Bakersfield Christian High School can help you navigate this in more detail. If you ever have any questions, you can also, at the beginning of this page, you're at the beginning of it, you can also contact the library and they can give you some assistance. You can also ask some questions that can help you as well. There should also be, if I remember correctly, a information on how to cite properly. So you can have some information on how to use MLA. You can have some ways to use the library a little bit differently. Helpful would be here would be things like a white workshop that can help you go through how to do different kinds of research. These are some information you're going to want to make sure you access. In terms of the Writing Center, so you're going to go back to that Bakersfield College element, Student Services, the Writing Center. The Writing Center is a tool that you will be using throughout the semester. This is going to be a requirement for all 3 of your essays, and it will be a function of your portfolio. The way this works is you're going to make an appointment online for Zoom and Canvas elements through the Writing Center. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to reach out to them, providing them your student ID, letting them know which course you're working on and what essay you want to work on, and of course, scheduling your time. The Writing Center is daunting of a task. However, this is a chance for you to get help on your essays from someone who is trained on how to help you. Their job is not to demean you. Their job is to help you understand your paper, how to understand your text, how to make sure that you're successful. You may go to this at any point in the writing process. You can do this where you are going to have the tutors. They can help you with planning your essay. They can help you with evaluating your research. They can help you with the drafting phase, or they can help you with the revision phase. Any of those phases are totally appropriate. They will gladly help you on any of those. I've used this before in previous courses. It's one of the best tools I've ever used. I've used this personally as a writer, and I do not write papers now without attending your Writing Center. It is a great experience, and trust me, they are very helpful, very kind, and they are not going to hurt you. So that is a requirement for the course. That is something you will be expected to do. Again, if you have any questions on how to do it, please let me know. When you do attend the Writing Center, they are going to provide for you a pink slip that will give you information about that you attended the course. That is what I will use as documentation that you attended. You cannot provide for me just simply stating that you made an appointment. I need evidence that you actually attended the appointment. So that is on your responsibility. And so it is your job to make sure you get that information. If you don't get the information, you will need to schedule a second appointment. That was a lot of information that I just shared with you. Hopefully it's not too daunting, but hopefully you also find a lot of useful information here. Please feel free to reach out to me via Canvas or on your email in order to just reach out to me for questions. Good luck this semester. I look forward to getting to know more of you as writers. Hopefully I get to learn more of you as people. Hopefully you gain a lot out of this course, that you enjoy the process. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.